Hey guys, SoCal Val here. You are listening to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast.
Welcome everybody back to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. For the second week in a row, I'm wearing a shirt for the NWA Powerr review. And of course, NWA Powerr review means only one thing. The NWA Queen is to my left. No, not really, but to my left on this screen. Fiona Lochran, good evening to you.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm all right, as I say, second time in a week. I got a message.
I know, I'm shook. I'm starting to feel quite special, though. I'm going to expect you to keep this up for me, so
We got Bischoff.
no pressure.
I won't be wearing a shirt for Bischoff next week, I can assure you. Don't roll your eyes at me. Someone even mentioned it on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. I think it was one of the people that watch our shows quite regularly. I'm just trying to find it about me wearing the shirt. I think it was like figure 4.
It's a nice look. You wear it well.
I don't like wearing these things. They however, I'll give me a tracksuit or some kind of, I don't know.
Classy bird, Adam. Classy bird.
I'm from Essex, for fuck's sake. What do you expect? Figure 4-7 on X. The people that normally watch our show mentioned that I was wearing a shirt. So shout out to Figure 4-7. Well done, guys. Anyway, enough about me and my shirt wearing, and let's talk about NWA, shall we? That's what we're here to do. Powerr was last night. It kicked off. Well, it was a really good kickoff, really, wasn't it? It was going on about the friendship between Silas Mason and his good buddy Devan Dixon, who were in the main event. They were talking about how, pretty much really what they discussed last week, that how he was there for Silas for his injury and whatnot. And then we got started. We went straight to Slimeball City,
Right, yeah, we did against the Country Gentlemen.
They did, and the Country Gentlemen, very big powerhouses. Looks like I think he put on a bit of muscle as well, wasn't it? Casey?
Yeah, they were looking good last night. Not gonna lie,
they were some really good power moves. Slimeballs are very innovative, very new to us on the NWA as well.
I think I like them.
You want to get sent to Slimeball City, do you?
Oh, well, I'm not so sure about that, but I was pretty impressed with them actually last night for a debut. I thought they did really well.
They did well. They didn't get the job done. The Country Gentlemen
did not
picked up the victory in the end, but a very good outing from the Slimeballs.
It was. Although I think Sage climbing on AJ's back, thinking that he would get somewhere was probably not his smartest move.
No, definitely not the smartest move. And funny enough, what you call smartest moves brings me to the next bit. When we saw Sam Starr, who now, it's Miss Starr.
Miss Starr, a very, very different Miss Starr than we are used to.
Now,
very different.
Yeah, very different indeed. And funnily enough, she attacked Chelsea 2 weeks ago. And then she announced that her assistant was Chelsea, and she'd done Chelsea this miraculous favor and got her a title match.
Which was amazing until you find out who it's against.
Yeah, it wasn't against Kenzie Page at all. It wasn't against Pretty Empowered. It was against Max The Impaler.
Poor Chelsea. On Max's 7th title defense of their TV championship. None other than so.
It was, and no surprise.
We knew which way this was going to go, let's be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be a betting man, but if I was, I would have shook my house on Max to win that, and I would have won.
You would quite clearly have won. Max was absolutely in control of the entire match, and they did not deviate from their usual brute force self, basically.
No, Max did not. It was a 6:05 time limit as well, but it didn't last anywhere near 6:05.
No, I felt for Chelsea. What a shame. She just looked like a rabbit in the headlights.
She was a rabbit in the headlights, and you are right. The commentary team afterwards, good old Joe and Danny, the deal machine, did say that was her 7th defense, her 7th win. It's now lucky 7 for Max, and I've got a feeling Kenzie may be in a little bit of trouble now.
Yeah, man, I don't know though. Like, Kenzie's really, well, is she? I was going to say Kenzie's the only belt that Max can go for, but Is it the only belt that Max can go for?
Well, could Max?
Who knows? Because Max can take on the best of whoever in NWA and put on a phenomenal performance. And so yeah, is it going to be the women's belt? Is it going to be something completely different? Who knows?
Could it be Mims?
Oh, another TV championship. Would she go?
Would she
Yeah,
drop a
would
TV
Max
title
go?
to go
Would
for the
Max
TV
go
belt?
for another TV championship though? So
Or
who knows?
EC3. EC3.
Max is NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
It's the NWA, and as you say, what was it last week? Watch this space. What was that? Was that the words that we come out with?
Pretty
last
much.
week? That was
Pretty
right.
much.
Max
Ooh, the world
Impaler.
is Max's oyster. Good luck to you, Max, whatever you decide to do.
It is Max the Impaler, NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Maybe
That's got a ring to it.
it does, but obviously EC3 has his own problems coming up at Robots, and we're going to talk more about Jax a bit later on. But you know what time it is now? It's spectacular time.
Spectacular. New Spectaculars version 2.0.
Version 2.0. Version 1.0 didn't really last very long, as you all are aware. Rush Feeman and Slade with Rolando, and they were against my favorite tag team. You said, I sent you the picture, and you said, I bet you did. And I did. The Outrunners, who are coincidentally on Ring of Honor as well this week against them. They're getting around.
They're getting about, those boys.
Turbo and Floyd are getting about a bit, the Outrunners. And don't forget, the stipulation was if the Spectaculars lost, they would be gone from the. But very impressive Slade.
Yeah, he was impressive. With his little ear protectors on, bless him.
Looks like Josh Alexander wears that.
Yeah, I am not a fan of that look at all. Sorry.
Michael Cole also wore that.
He did. I remember that very, very well with his little singlet and his little. But I am not a fan of that. I don't want to think about that. At all. It's very
amateur wrestling.
It's very amateur wrestling.
But
I'm just not a fan of that look.
No, not a fan of the look, but a fan of the in-ring ability.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I thought he was very, very good. Rolando was not very happy though on occasion with the Outrunners performance, who I love watching. I love their 80s vibe. They're always entertaining in the ring, to be honest. They're always fun to watch. It's a good tag match. I enjoyed it.
It was a fun tag match. Turbo and Truth come on the short end of the stick. The Spectaculars 2.0 are 1-0.
Yeah. With Slade getting the pin for that one, so
they did get the pin, and this made sure that they stay with the NWA at least for now, unless they do any more auditions with Billy.
Don't.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough of those for now. We did see Colby and Pretty Empowered. We'll be discussing.
This cracked me up. This whole segment cracked me up.
It was.
Pretty Empowered are so in your face and so loud, and Colby's just like, oh yeah, Colby, he just looked so bored. It was brilliant. I loved it.
It was brilliant, and I'm looking forward to their upcoming title defenses as well.
Yeah, that should be good. Ella and Kylie, quite a formidable tag team. But then obviously we spoke to Colby, spoke to Colby. And his upcoming match, I think, is next week. Is his 20th title defense.
How long has he had that belt? 3 minutes?
He's been all over the USA defending that. I have seen photos of him left, right, and centre. So next week is his 20th defense of that belt, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
That is amazing. Considering he only won it at 75.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy.
It's so cool, and that's what I love. I love seeing a belt get defended all over the place, and the fact that he's taken it all across the states and defended it is just that. To me, that's what a championship belt should be, not just defended within that particular promotion. And I love the fact that it goes out and about, and he takes it everywhere with him.
Certainly does, and that's brilliant, isn't it, for him? He's done, but his 20th defense is against Joe Ocasio.
Yep. Another new person to NWA for me, anyway. I don't know anything about him, so it should be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
We've got to talk though about next week as well, because they're back next week. The Brothers of Funk Structure back.
They are indeed. Against the Immortals, is it?
Titles.
Yeah.
They're the championships next
I
week.
know, that's exciting.
Will the clowns become champions?
I don't know. Like
I'm getting
Odinson
excited.
and
Oh, he just won
Odinson and
it.
Kratos are they're quite a big team, like in terms of size. They're powerful, but you just never know what Yabo and Ruffle have got up their sleeves.
They're
Sorry.
clowns after all.
Yeah, or in their shoes or whatever, and their stupid hats. But yeah, I would hate. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I want the clowns to win.
I think I'm on the other side of that one, unfortunately.
Not
So we
good.
can agree to disagree on that one.
And the Daisy Kill and Talos will also compete. And funnily enough, that brings me to the next bit. They sung a song to May Valentine.
No comment.
What, you on trial?
I am really sorry, but I still can't get on board with them. And I don't know why. And it annoys me that I can't explain it and I don't understand. But I just can't get on board with them.
Hmm. So I don't know, something missing there. I don't know what it is. You know,
I I don't dislike them, but I'm just not engaged with them, I guess, is probably the
yeah, you kind of have to have that. You kind of have to be behind him in more way as a wrestler. You kind of have to be, you have to kind of resonate with the fans, don't you, in a certain way. And
and they've just not grabbed my attention. They've just
yeah,
not there is for me there's something missing and I just haven't quite gelled with that whole idea. But yeah, sorry boys. I don't dislike you, but it's just not working for me.
yes, not quite really there for me either. But we'll have to wait and see. Maybe they'll do something. Maybe something will happen. It'll click, maybe. But they sung May a song, and they also were saying that basically they're still coming back for the Immortals, who are currently the US Tag Team Champions, although maybe not after next week with any luck.
I hope they keep those belts for a little bit longer.
Sorry, I have to. Did they say if Violent J was going to be with the Clouds?
I can't remember. I don't know if he is.
Can't
I
remember.
am not sure.
I hope so. I've got the theme now on my phone, not on my phone, on my iPad thing.
I can't remember. But if it pops up, let me know. Be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'll have to relook at that myself. But I do, as I said, I do have their theme on my iPad
Oh, you were going to make that your ringtone, weren't you?
now. Only when you call.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you calling me a clown?
Definitely
Just be
not.
careful how you answer that.
I won't answer that on this live, or not live, but I won't ask this. I won't answer it on this recording.
All right.
I'll tell you off there. I think you're a clown. We're very quickly coming to the main event. So we're going to wrap this up really quick. This was really good. I loved it, but it was really
Oh
interesting.
no, you've missed the triple.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
You've missed Joe Alonso and Ray Phoenix and
Like
Luke
Ray
Curtis.
Phoenix? Really? Ray
Fury, sorry. Ray Fury.
I did.
And Luke Curtis.
And I
which was
apologize.
before our main event. So that was our triple threat.
That was a great match, by the way. Loved this.
And the certified loser chance for Curtis was hilarious because he is certified Luke Curtis, and then there was certified loser chance in the crowd, which cracked me up. He came out in the most glorious robe, very much Bobby Roode stroke Ric Flair style robe. Yeah. I loved it. He looked fabulous.
He did. I'm sorry, I looked at my notes and I looked underneath that. I did see that. I've put this because I really enjoyed this match. It was a really fun triple threat. I've literally just darted, but gone straight underneath it with the main event. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a really, as you said, the really fun triple threat. Looked like the old Lucha as well. Lucha, not Ray Phoenix, because I'm quite confused now.
I know. I was like, I knew it was an F. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's not right. Sorry, Mr. Fury. Sorry. My bad.
Sorry, Fury. That was Fiona's fault, and she got me saying it. I thought he was great. As I said, I really enjoyed this match. Really fun triple threat with Joe picking up the win as well.
Yeah. I love to hate Joe. I can't. I love to hate him. I just think you're an arrogant prick, but I love watching him and I love his promos. So
he's a lot like MJF. You hate the guy.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
But he is so good.
He's so engaging.
Yes, and I'm very much looking to see what's next with Joe, because obviously he come off the back of took on Kobe, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And he lost to Kobe. So I'm really looking forward to see who he's got his sights on next. Because that was kind of like wasn't a storyline behind this one. It was just kind of like, not like a random triple threat, but it was obviously two newbies and Joe. So it'd be interesting to see what Joe's plans are for future episodes of Powerr, especially when they go to Robots we're pretty sure there's a few weeks left now before they go to Robots. Whether that's going to be on YouTube or not is another thing.
Don't get me started.
I was trying to think about whether I was going to
no, but we can have a quick chat at the end about Paranoia, because there's obviously been some updates on that.
Yes, there has been some updates on that, and we'll talk about that. Now I can get to my main event.
Yes, sorry.
Now I can get to the main event. Sure.
Go ahead.
I made a rookie mistake there. That was me. That was me not looking at my notes properly. The main event, as we already mentioned, was Silas Mason versus Devan Dixon. Really good. I like this match. I mean, you could tell.
I did as well.
Yeah, and obviously, again, we hadn't seen Devan. Oh, I hadn't seen Devan before.
I haven't, but they've tagged together before as well. So they obviously know each other quite well. They know each other's styles quite well, which made for an interesting match for me. Because they obviously know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So they were pretty even initially. Yes. And then Silas just was Silas, and poor Devan got an absolute kicking.
He did, and so obviously Silas Mason wins the match, but he then started to get a kicking after by Boo Kerry and Alex Taylor. They started attacking him, and then, quite surprisingly, because I don't know the background here, EC3 and Jax made the save before they had a really intense looking stare down. I was really surprised where that come from. I don't know.
That's kind of thrown me, because obviously commentary were like, you see Jax kind of glance down at the belt, and acknowledge the championship belt, acknowledge EC3, and they have a handshake, and Joe and Danny are talking about a gentleman's agreement for the belt, and I'm like, I'm really confused, because we've just seen Jax tag with Tim Storm last week.
Yeah.
And they've posted about being at Paranoia, Perfect Event, Pals, and all that jazz. So I'm a little bit. It almost seemed a wee bit out of sync.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit confusing for me. So I'm kind of like, is Jax getting a shot at the heavyweight belt, or is he tagging with Tim? And I don't know. I'm a little bit confused.
Like the word I called it is arse about face.
Arse over tit.
Or arse over tit. Yeah.
There you go.
It's arse about face or arse over tit. I'm not quite sure, because 1 week Jax is teaming with Tim, and then looks like he's going to be teaming with EC3 and Devan.
Or is he teaming with EC3? Is he wanting a title shot? Like, it was never really confirmed, but it was like a gentleman's agreement over the belt. Does that mean down the line somewhere there's going to be a championship match? But he's already been announced at Paranoia with Tim, so it can't be then. I'm a little bit lost, I'm not gonna lie. It's almost like the recordings were made and things have been cut, and so I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm very confused at what's going on there. So
although the idea of Jax going up for the heavyweight championship again, which he has already held, is quite exciting. I would quite like to see him versus EC3 in a title match. The idea of that is actually really quite appealing.
It is, and it's going to be interesting at Robots when that does happen, because we know it's happening. We just don't know when in Robots.
Yeah.
So they did film abundance of episodes at Robots, so it'll be one of those. And obviously, we still think we've got a couple of weeks before we get that, because obviously next week's is still where they were. Was it Nashville? They were at Nashville.
It was in Nashville at Skyview Studios, yeah.
So they've still got a few at Nashville. But come on in, let's talk about Paranoia before. Paranoia.
So we still don't know if it's going to be on YouTube. We still don't know if we're going to get to watch it. I still have a bee in my bonnet about it. But we have seen that Matt Cardona will be there because he has got some beef still with the NWA. So
Does.
he's going to be in attendance.
Sure, you
Jackson
bring
Tim.
water. Sorry, you better make sure they
So,
bring water. If you've seen some of the tweets that Matt's been saying recently.
yeah, very much so. So what he's going to do, whether he's going for EC3 or what, remains to be
Wasn't it
seen.
Latimer though?
What's
Did,
that?
did he not have a bit of beef with Latimer as
He had
well?
a bit of beef with Latimer, who
And
at the
Billy.
moment I don't think has there's no actual match has been announced for Paranoia.
No.
It's just that so and so will be there, so and so will be there. So really we don't know the card. We're still almost a month out. It's the 13th of January, so we're still about a month out. So it's still early days, I guess.
Yeah.
But I've seen that Mecha Wolf will be there alone with no Bestia.
What's happened there?
I'm not sure. I know that they were both on a AAA show at the weekend in Mexico. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I know that Mecha Wolf will be in Fort Lauderdale by himself this time, which is
Wasn't one of them
scary.
carried off on a stretcher recently though? Or that just
Mm,
with the clown thing? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I thought one of them got taken out on a stretcher recently at a show. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just
That
imagining.
might
Maybe I'm
might have
going
been might
paranoid.
have been something. I don't know. I can't remember anything about that, or maybe I've missed something. But yeah, Mecha Wolf is a singles wrestler. I
Hmm.
know he can do it. I've seen him do it. But it would just be a little bit weird not to see him with Bestia because La Rebellion were my boys for a long time. Well, they still are my boys, but
They are.
it'll be strange to see him on his own.
Hmm. Interesting times. Bit confusing at the moment with everything
Yes,
going on.
it is a little bit all over. Now, who else did I say? I think I saw another tag team that said they were going to be there.
Oh,
I
I
can't remember.
have to try and find it.
That's really bad. I don't even have the graphics on my phone to check just now.
Oh, and the other thing we got to talk about is Joe Kazana Promotions is now part of the NWA.
It is. That's what I remember. Anthony Andrews is back.
That's it. I sent you a message with it.
Yeah, Anthony Andrews is back. Obviously, he was AJ's former partner in The Country Gentleman, but there was a little bit of they parted ways, so to
Yes.
speak, and
Right.
Anthony Andrews appeared to have parted ways with the NWA,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he's back and he's going to be at Paranoia. So
What has
that's
happened?
interesting. What does that mean for The Country Gentleman? Is he back with AJ, or is Casey out and Anthony Andrews back in? I don't know.
I do not know either, if that helps. I have
Thanks.
no I have absolutely no clue what is going on. But we do have to mention, as I just said, that Joe Kazana Promotions, which is AJ Kazana's dad, is now an NWA territory.
That's exciting. I think that's a great move. A really good move. We'd spoken on the Discord, the NWA Discord, with other fans over the last kind of several weeks, and that was the one promotion that I think a lot of us are like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Having a Tennessee promotion. Okay, they're not Nashville based, but they're Tennessee based. They put their shows out on YouTube fairly regularly. Quite a few of the NWA rosters are regulars at JCP. Obviously, it's the home promotion for AJ and
Yeah.
KC. I think you see Alex Taylor there quite a lot as well. A lot of the kind of Mid-South wrestlers are there fairly regularly. So I'm excited to see what goes ahead with them, particularly because they are on YouTube and it's easy access to watch.
Me too. And also, Knox and Murdoch will be reuniting at Paramount.
Oh,
They are back. So Mike Knox clearly didn't like Birchill, did he?
yay! No, he very, very clearly, Trevor was like, nah, you're not cutting it, mate. But I thought he was good last week, so.
Birchill was good. I like Birchill. Hopefully, we see more of Birchill as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
Knox and Murdoch will be at Paranoia. So there we go. We have that. But Fee, you've been a busy bee this last weekend or two. You've had a lot of shows. How was Scotty Too Hottie?
Scotty Too Hottie is a sweetheart. So we had the Wednesday night Inside the Rope show in Glasgow, and then I had a night off on Thursday while he took a seminar at Aaron Gardner's gym. And then on Friday, we had our sold out British Championship Wrestling show in East Kilbride, which was fabulous. And then Saturday, we had about a 500 turnout there or thereabouts
Lovely.
for British Championship Wrestling in Kilmarnock. which was quite possibly one of the scariest nights of my life.
How
I've
was it?
never emceed in that venue before, and never emceed in quite such a big crowd before. But it was an incredible night. It was so, so good. The fans were well up for the cup. Some surprises. New heavyweight champion,
Ooh.
BT Gunn, has turned on everybody and is now no longer loving life at BCW. But we have a new champion in Daz Black, which is phenomenal. Couldn't think of a better individual to carry the company through to 2024 and a whole new era as well. So really excited for him. That boy, honestly, Daz Black, keep an eye out for him. He is going to go places. Trust me on that one.
Interesting. Just a side note, and I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Did you see? And I know it's not NWA related at all. And before I get onto bits that the turnbuckle we're doing, did you see Will Ospreay and Gabe Kidd's Instagram show?
I missed it. I can only imagine.
If you
I
don't,
can only imagine.
I will.
Gabriel Kidd is just phenomenal, and I love listening to him. Will Ospreay, some of his promos or something else. I had seen that they were both live. I know that they have a match coming up fairly soon.
Next weekend.
I can only imagine what they said about each other.
I've just tagged you in.
Okay, excellent. I'll have a look when we're done here.
6 minutes of your life, you're going to absolutely.
And I'm excited to see it now.
Let's just say, if there was a swear jar, it will be very highly filled up by the end of it.
Sounds about right with those two, to be honest.
To be honest, whether this was if this was a full work or a work shoot or a shoot work, whatever you want to call it, it does get pretty personal stuff.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I look forward to it then. That's good.
It is good. And sorry for deviating away from NWA and the stuff that we got. But I can now on this show, and you may have seen it yesterday, for those of you that follow, our first 2024 sponsors are the Odyssey, Adonis Payne and Artemis.
Nice.
Very excited with them too. They are, I'm going to say this when we go and do the interview with them, and we always say, how do you sort of come up with who to sponsor? And it's people that do a lot of work, but you don't always hear, or they get recognized maybe as much as they should do. And these two fit their bill. If you see the video, you can see the longest reigning UPW tag team champions and the inaugural tag team champions as well. Adonis Payne obviously won the Ignite Heavyweight Championship. Just so happened to win that about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I believe his opponent will be announced tomorrow for his first defense. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Obviously, next week, me and you and Dave will be talking then. I believe Dave has a bone to pick with Mr. Bischoff.
Okay.
Dave's a big AEW.
I'll stay out of that one. I'm looking forward to that.
Dave's a pussycat, but he is a big AEW fan.
Okay.
I think enough said. But he was also a huge WCW fan and an Eric Bischoff fan.
Okay.
It's really respectful. It's not going to be.
I am looking forward to that other chat with Bischoff.
So
but before that, if I may plug my shows for this weekend.
Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
No, it's all right. We've got Pro Wrestling Scotland on Friday night in Moodiesburn and Saturday night in Newmains with none other than the Cowboy James Storm.
Oh, yes.
So I am looking forward to seeing him this weekend. I haven't seen James since the last One Pro Wrestling show I did, which would be the last One Pro Wrestling show. So I caught up with James then. I've known James for a good few years. It's always fun to hang out with him and watch him work. This will be the first time I get to announce him to the ring, so I'm really excited. So we've got the 2 shows this weekend, and then Sunday straight into our 3 dates with Inside the Ropes and The Godfather / Papa Shango. So Sunday in Glasgow, Monday in Manchester, Tuesday in London. I believe there's some general admission tickets left. itrtix.com if you want to come and see Papa Shango or The Godfather or both.
You remembered it this week because you didn't forget it last week, didn't you? You remember that this week. What was I going to say before? Say hi to James for us.
I will, of course.
He's a cracking guy. I hadn't seen James since TNA. He was really. I remember meeting him. TNA done a meet and greet at Wembley, and him and Bobby Roode were shocked that I had the beer money hoodie on. They couldn't believe. They was like, "Where did you get it?" I was like, "On the shop."
Yeah.
But it was like they were absolutely like bemused by the fact that a Brit had a beer money shirt hoodie. Amazing. But yes, please say hi to James. He's a cracking lad, and we have posted a bits and pieces for that as well. I think we did, and I think
You did. I much appreciated. So
we
yeah, I'm
always
looking
do.
forward to those shows this weekend. That'll be good.
Yeah, that will be interesting. And James is still in pretty good shape from what I
He
see.
is, he is. And I'm
An
not sure who
actor.
his opponents are at the moment. The card has been sent to me, but I haven't actually looked at it yet. So.
Well, all I would say to his opponents are sorry about your damn luck. And he's an actor now as well.
He is, and a real estate agent as well.
Is he really? A real estate agent. Oh, could you imagine Max The Impaler as a real estate agent?
Max. Yeah, do you know that's funny because I have no idea what Max could walk past me in the street
You wouldn't know.
out with their wrestling gear, and I would have no idea. And I love that about them.
Yeah, that is interesting. I would be very. You'd have to buy the house, wouldn't you? Max was.
I think you would be, yeah.
I ended up getting drunk with James. I ended up getting drunk with James though.
I've done that before as well. It's not good.
One can only imagine on that. What have we got coming up? Yes, there's obviously Eric Bischoff. We just finished with Ignite yesterday as well. We done a year in review for them. Brian Clark may be coming up in January. If you remember Adam Bomb or the Chronic tag team, we're just getting dates for. I think it'll be January. Ricky Knight Jr. should be coming up in January as well. I spoke to him today, and congratulations to Ricky and the family for the birth of his second child. Daughter was born. Congratulations to him. Scotty Riggs as well, another former WCW.
Yeah.
WCW ever since we've had Bischoff on.
It's great though. I love it.
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. They reached out to them and they've come back and said they'd like to come on. We just got to sort out time differences and
I think there's a few more NWA people I'm going to work on to try and get on the show as well.
I have messaged Mims. So Mims, if you're watching, check your mail. And respond.
Yeah.
We want to get I think it's Rush Freeman. It's just working out because I think he's probably 6, 7, 8 hours, I think, behind. So it's just working out.
It just makes it difficult, yeah.
Because it will be a late podcast for us, which isn't a problem. It's just trying to work out the days at which it would work. Because we want to get him on, definitely. Yeah. I've got to do my spectacular dance. Maybe I'll have to wear a shirt for that.
And your bow tie.
I haven't got a bow tie. What he said that. I don't have a bow tie.
I can fix that for you.
Possess a bow tie. 2024 sponsors as well will keep being announced. We're just sorting out the videos and whatnot for some of the others, and that was interesting. We dropped the video for the Odyssey sponsorship yesterday, and all of a sudden we had messages. How can we be how can we?
Well, that's good.
It is good, and there's one of them in particular I'm trying to. Well, we've pretty much sorted out that I want to get done as well. So there's more to that to come as well. Obviously, there's review shows. We're going to be at Sacrifice Pro Wrestling on the 17th. A, to do the interview with the Odyssey and to do the promotional shots, but B, because our good friend at Ignite, CJ Carter, is going to be the master of ceremonies for the day.
Nice.
So he's going to be doing, I don't know what he's going to be doing, and nor does he, to be fair. But he mentioned it. Well, he mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and Chris, who does our photography along with Rachel, he does the photography for Sacrifice. So he said to come along. So we're going to come along to Sacrifice Pro Wrestling as well.
That'd be fun.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. But guys, this has been an NWA review. This has been a review of what Fiona's doing. This has been a review of what we're doing. Just remember, Max the Impaler is a real estate agent as well.
No, Mike. Is Max
I don't know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I know that James is, but I think we just have to put that out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a figment of my imagination that I was just thinking of when we were talking about real estate agents. But James Storm, is he want to go and buy a house in where does James live?
In Tennessee.
Want to go and buy a house in Tennessee? Hit up the cowboy James Storm. I'm sure he will be ecstatic to help. And you may get a couple of cold ones as well with him. But Fiona, I will thank you for your time. Enjoy your weekend with Mr. Storm.
I will.
Yeah. The cowboy James Storm, as Fiona said, he'll be in Scotland all weekend. So if you are up in there, go and watch them. Go and see James. Bring a beer.
Can't see me.
Come
Sorry,
on, go and-
James.
yeah, okay. Don't worry so much about the import from America. Go and see your homie. Whatever you
Yeah.
call him over. Do you have like a thing like that in Scotland, or are you homies, or is it what is it over there?
I just no.
Just no.
Just no.
Just no. Just go and see you. Just no. Over in Scotland. But guys, this has been a very fun field edition of the NWA review on the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. She has been Miss Fiona Loughran. I have been the shirt wearing for the second week in a row, Adam Cousins. And until next time, everybody, buckle down, stay safe.